Basically, how I look at Pufferfish is something like a cricket ground, where, for example, everyone who plays on the cricket ground are players. There's no doubt about that. They are not teachers, they are not professors, they are not doctors. They are players, they are cricketers. But what Pufferfish is all about is giving a facility, is giving an opportunity for everyone to come and play on the ground. Because when you play in nets, indoors nets, and when you play on the ground, under pressure, in front of the crowd, that is where everything comes out. That is where the pressure comes out. That is where you deal with the techniques. That is where you play exactly how it should be played. You make mistakes there, but you learn the next time. But when you play the same shots, same thing, indoor grounds, indoor nets, though you make mistakes, you won't feel how much mistakes that you would have done. Uma Sanghakara is doing daily practice sessions in the morning at 5 a.m. to 7 a.m. But that 2 hours is just as 2 minutes on the ground, live playing in front of the public under different circumstances. So what you all have done, I'm just taking this example so that everyone will understand how precious the pufferfish is. Because everyone can speak English, there's no question about that. There's no question about that. Otherwise, we all won't be here. But to what extent, to what degrees, and what are the fine-tunings is taught in Pufferfish platform. Because, for example, there are different degrees in which people will speak English language. We are not talking Greek. We are not talking Korean language. We are talking English. We have heard, we have spoken, but it gives an opportunity to everyone to elevate themselves from where they stand. For example, I may be at 60%, at 60%. Someone else will be at 75%. Someone will be at 30%, But definitely by getting into this platform, no one for sure, God willing, will not decrease or will not come down in their percentages. You understand? So for example, if someone who is at 30%, for example, and if Pufferfish facilitates with its resources, with its powerful super resources, committed resources, can elevate their speaking abilities, speaking skills, and with all leadership skills to a level who can come up to, say, 70%, for example. From 30 to 70%, that is a lifetime investment. That's a lifetime achievement. If someone speaks at 30%, I'm just taking very layman language, layman examples so that everyone will understand. If someone who comes to this platform, fresh, new guy who has not heard of Pufferfish at all, at 30% level of competency, and after a certain period, if he can elevate himself to 70%, by your coaching, by your techniques, by your commitment, I'm sure you all can do it, definitely. There's no question about God being. But if you can increase up to 70%, that 40% elevation is for me, it's invaluable, because it's a lifetime. And that 70% very unlikely will come back to 30%, 40% for sure. It's a matter of, the matter of keeping the momentum going. And definitely, a guy who can speak at 30% and increases up to 70% will definitely, for sure, he'll come up to 90% very soon. With that inspiration, with that motivation, with that achievement. For that, I think money can't value. It's not 20. It's not one of the amount that you all are charging, whatever it is. It's that elevation, that standard, that increase in standard. That 40% increase is invaluable in terms of what that 40% could do. Definitely, for sure, in whatever the circumstances, he may be a corporate guy, he may be an entrepreneur, he might be in different teaching, he might be different levels of his working career, of his professional, but that definitely will add value to everything what he does. So that is what I feel where Pufferfish is, and we as participants, including myself, should definitely will make use of it, and we'll be in a different level. And that's, as I repeated again, it's a one-time investment, and for that one-time investment is invaluable for me. The results will be absolutely amazing for everyone, and you can do wonders after that. So this is how I perceive as Pufferfish, and excellent job, and keep going, Shoaib and the team. Thank you.
Sri Lanka has been under lockdown.
We all have had mixed emotions.
Somewhat hurt and not sure feeling.
We were silent and just like we simply lost.
We all have been battling emotions. I want to share a different sense of emotion
and positivity that includes not just me,
but a family of progressive, like-minded people
who, under lockdown, just like you, decided to be productive despite uncertainty.
Pushed to being progressive despite resistance.
And gradually developed a never give up attitude.
an attitude to challenge our surroundings.
Question our beliefs of the world we live in.
Rethink the way we look at things.
Debate the fragments of the media.
Argue as to what education really is.
and smiled at the understandings in satisfaction.
So that smile was and is worthy a mile of progress.
We at Pufferfish are ready to embrace you
Into a system of learning.
Where value is not based on how handicapped visions are.
Together, we improve our aspirations, meet inspirations,
to form a better self-actualization and progress.
For we are people, and people make society.
And society needs the best. And that is you.
empower to be empowered.
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 Very, very good evening to all of you, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to an absolutely amazing session. If you are watching us live, you're watching us probably on our Facebook page at facebook.com/pufferfishlk or on our YouTube site, that is pufferfishlk again. My dear friends, today we are gathered on this live session together with the ICP juniors in order to connect the dots on what is law, why is it needed, and why do we follow it, and why is it important to be followed. Before I introduce this amazing batch of people to you, I would like you to drop in a few comments in the comments section as to whether you are excited and whether you know anything about the law and how it's been administrated as well. Do you know what the law is, and do you know whether it's been administrated? Just a yes or no answer in the comment section will be absolutely amazing. Today's discussion is going to be very, very casual, and we would like you to be part of the discussion. Don't run away. Please don't run away. Be part of it because there's a lot of learning coming your way. Yes, thank you very much for your answers again in the comment section. I can see the answers coming through. Many no's and quite a few yeses, so which is quite impressive and really very good. We're going to make this super casual. My name is Shoaib Ali, and I'll be calling in the next ICP Junior who is going to talk to you, the next Junior Fisher who's going to talk to you as to what they think that the law is all about. And together with that, they're going to call in the rest as well. So first up, I have Ayumi Gunasekara. Let's see how she's been keeping. Hi, Ayumi. How are you?
I'm good, sir. You?
I'm doing super duper good. Are you excited about today's live?
Yeah, I'm so excited about this.
Are you enjoying the law sessions with Rasha Hifzur Rahman?
Yeah, it's really amazing.
All right, super duper. What is law to you? What is law?
Okay, so do you want to live peacefully in a country without chaos and stuff like that? Then you need to know what is law first. So, and you also need to know why we need them and why we have to follow them. So I think for me, law is a set of, there's no like one definition for law, but for me, I think law is a set of rules that is added by our government that everyone in a society needs to follow.
Okay. Right. Okay. That's a very boxed out answer. If anybody listening to this has understood what Ayumi has just simply shared, it's a set of what again, Ayumi? What it's a set of governance.
It's a set of like a set of rules that people have to follow.
Okay, a set of rules that people have to follow. Okay, so we've got two people backstage. We've got Chanul and Dithira. Okay, and I was hoping to listen to the same answer from them, but I do not know what their version of the answer is going to be about what law is all about. So, how about who do you want to bring in?
I would like to bring in Dithir.
Okay, all right. Let's bring in Dithira, ladies and gentlemen. Here is Dithira, and go ahead, Ayumi. Please ask him the question that I asked you. Right.
What's up, sir?
Hello, Dithira. How are you keeping?
I'm good. I was living the backstage life.
You are living the backstage life. Do you think the backstage life is good?
Kinda, but not as good as this.
Not as good as this. Okay, all right. That's very good. So for those of you who know, Dithira is super, super on sweet, super, super excited about being on screen all the time. Yeah? Limelight. Okay. So Dithira, Ayumi has a question for you. Go ahead, Ayumi.
All right.
Okay, Dithira. So according to you, what is law?
So it could be defined in different ways, and it depends on the person's perspective. So according to me, it's like a set of rules or regulations that are applied by an institution to control our behavior and generally for our benefit, unless they the law that certain law is a draconian law, so which is like bad for the people.
Okay.
So again, it could be debated if that law is a good law or a draconian law. But generally, yes, laws are there for our benefit and to maintain peace.
All right. That's quite an interesting answer. Don't you think so, Ayumi?
Yeah, it's a really great answer actually.
Yeah, but just to lighten up the situation a little bit, just to shed some light on it, do you think there's really peace around where there is law as well?
Well, the thing is, not everyone follows the law, so that's the
Okay.
problem.
Okay, there's a problem there, indeed. All right. So Dithira, Channel Tamisha is backstage. Shall we just bring him in, and why don't you post the question to him? Let's see what he's got to say as well. Yeah. All right. Okay. Here's Channel Tamisha joining us.
Hey everyone.
Yay, Channel. How's it going?
Doing great, sir.
Some of our streamers are a little bit under the weather and they're unable to join us today for today's discussion, but we hope they get recovered soon and they wish very best. And Chanul, are you excited about what's going on in the law sessions?
I sure am, sir. Love the new law sessions.
Way better than mine, right?
I would say that they're quite equal. I wouldn't say that one is better and one is not.
Yeah, but Dithira begs to differ. Dithira definitely believes that the law sessions are way better. Ayumi might throw me a banana peel. Okay. All right. So, Channel Tamisha, Dithira has a question for you.
So my good old friend, Mr. Channel Tamisha, what do you think law is? How would you define it?
Okay, so now as you and Ayumi said, Dithira, law differs on different people's vision. But from what we learned in the law sessions is that a law is the basic rules, the basic set of rules that a certain country needs to follow. So they can keep us under control. Because if there was no law in our country, there'd be complete utter chaos. Really.
I like to pick
similar to what's going on in our house.
Okay. So I like to just pick on that particular point over there, Dithira. May I? Yeah. He said It's to keep y'all under control. Do you think that's really happening? Are y'all under control or?
I'd say kind of, sir. I
Kind of.
mean,
Yeah,
sure,
kind
we
of.
follow rules, but not all of them.
So is there a law at home?
There's a lot, sir.
There's a lot of laws. Okay, Ayumi, can you give us a law that's at home?
A law that's at home. Okay, so um, uh, you cannot.
I have a law at home. I have a law at home. No shoes inside the house. And anybody who breaks that has a very detrimental issue. So I'm guessing that is definitely to keep us under control, right? You guys have any other law like that? Didra, do you have a law with your dog?
Yeah, kinda.
Okay, what's the law?
Well, I have a law with my dog. You cannot.
What's the law?
You cannot take your dog inside.
Oh, right. The dog doesn't. Okay, the dog doesn't visit the living room.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. Cool. That's one. How about you, Didra?
I don't let him do his business inside the house. I mean, he does though. He sometimes does it, and I get all the blame. And
Okay.
sometimes I'm like, okay, I'll get out with the dog.
How about you, Chan? How about you, Chan?
There's a common rule that we all need to follow in our house very strictly is to not eat anything until meal time comes. Yeah.
Oh.
If you don't follow that rule, we're in a big lot of trouble.
Okay, which brings me to the second question that I just want to throw to all of you all. But just before that, let's just talk to our live audience as well. I'm sure you guys have a law at home, or there is a law down the street, or there's a law somewhere or the other. And you might feel it's really ridiculous, or you might think it's like super, super important as well. And here is a comment for you, Channel Tamisha. It's coming in from the comment section. It says, "That's a good law, Channel." That's a really good
They
law.
want Chanu to suffer.
Yeah. And I also have something else to throw Ayumi Gunasekara's way. Check this out. Here's what it says. Great definition, Ayumi. Okay, so there's ample appreciation coming in from our live audience, and I just want to keep the live chat box really busy, and I want to ask the people who are watching us, they all 25 watching us all around the world from, why is it that there are laws around, and why do you think it's necessary? So just drop in your elaborative answers on it, and if you do not know the right answer, we'll always get back to you, or you can just keep rewinding this and you can listen to what Ayumi had to say, or Dithira and Chanul as well. So don't feel disconnected, just join into the conversation. And if you're just joining us, you're watching What is Law, Why Do We Need It, Why Do We Need to Follow the Law, here on the ICP Junior platform, together with the law learners as well as me, Coach Shoaib Ali. Which brings us, if you have a ridiculous law around the home, please just drop it into the comment section, because we also would like to know it as well. As much as the laws are really important with managing pets and whether there are shoes inside the house, or whether nobody eats any food until mealtime, anywhere close by that, right? So mealtime is mealtime. I also want to throw something your way. Here is something very important that we want to follow up on. Why do we need law? Let's listen to what you guys have got to say. I open the cue card for you all. Anybody who's ready to answer. Why do we need law?
So, first of all, law is there to maintain peace. So without a law, there wouldn't be peace. And everybody could just do anything they want. And it would be a kind of destruction kind of situation. And law is there to maintain our behavior and for the benefit of all of us. So not just for the benefit of a certain community or a certain bunch of people. A good law is there to maintain peace and to protect us and for the benefit of the whole human race and for the nature as well and for the environment.
Fair enough. I think I like that answer, but it's up to Ayumi and Chanu Tamisha to say what they think about that answer. Ayumi,
Yes,
Chanu, over to you.
yes, sir. Just like Dithira said, sir, law is made and kept for a reason. Just imagine you just went to into a store and just take whatever you need in there and then just go away. Nothing happens. And then just imagine a random dude just pops into your house, takes something of yours and then just leaves. There is a law not to do that, and if there is no law to, and if there is no law for something like that, then I don't know how any of what we have right now would be even made. The light bulb wouldn't even be here if there was no law. So law is there for a reason, so we can be kept under control, and so we can be organized, just like one of our viewers have answered over here. Law is made for a reason, and that reason is for us to follow it, so we can keep ourselves organized and not in utter chaos.
Indeed, indeed. Thank you very much, Channel Tamisha, for picking up on a comment that came in from our viewers. Ayumi, what's your thoughts on this? Are these two guys on par with the answer as to why we need to follow law? What's your thoughts? What's going on with you?
Yes, and just like Dithira and Chanel said, we need law in a country. Otherwise, the country, there will be a lot of chaos and like fights and stuff like that. And we need to be fair. So I think law is really important. Otherwise, there will be another world war. Who knows? Because people just do what they wish to do, and we never knows what will happen next. So I think law is really important. So in a society, everyone needs to follow the law.
Indeed. Thank you. Thank you very much, Ayumi, for sharing those thoughts. Let's throw this question to the audience as well, and let's ask them, why do we need the law? If you believe that you know the answer about as to why we need law, is it just to control us? Is it to keep things in order? Is it necessarily? Which makes me question the fact, like, are we that unruly that we need a law to govern us and so that everything sticks into play? Which it really makes me think that way. Because, human behavior can be like really horrible sometimes, can be really bad, and we've all seen horrible human behavior, and leads to mention that some of us even have anger issues. Anybody here who has anger issues? Let me see. No, I don't think so. Some smiles coming way. But yeah, if you really think that the law is necessary and we need law, why do we need it? Please drop in your comments. And if you're just joining us, you're joining myself, Coach Shoaib Ali, and the junior fishers from the ICP-Junior platform, and we're discussing why is it that we need law. Last but not least, I want to throw this very, very important question as to if you can give us examples as to why it's necessary to follow the law, and anyway, at free thought, at free conversation, starting with Ayumi, of course, whatever your thoughts are on this particular question. Why do we need to follow the law then?
Yes. Just think that if if you want a society to run smoothly, if you want a society to run smoothly, peacefully, and without chaos and stuff, you need to follow the law. So just think that if you don't have law, so just think that you see traffic colors, those traffic lights on the road, streets, right? And what if we don't have them? And what if people don't follow them and follow that law? Because when the red light is stopped, you need to stop, of course. Otherwise, maybe you get punished or you get jailed. And if you don't have that law, maybe there will be lots of accidents and people may get injured. And there's going to be a lot of traffic also. So following the law is really important. Otherwise, without law and without following the law, I think people will behave in such a bad behavior. So you need to follow the law. If you need a society to live in peace with harmony, you need to follow the law. Everybody in a society needs to follow the law. So yeah, that's why you should follow the law. So
Yes, Amy, very true. So now, just as you said, we need it for our public safety, for the for all of the society around us and for ourselves. If not, then there would be a lot of disasters, just like you mentioned, the traffic light rule. If we don't have traffic lights, then vehicles would be going everywhere, just taking turns whenever they need. And trust me, we would not want that. And also, secondly, I just need to bring this in because I have to. Secondly, all I need to say is because we are afraid of getting punished. Am I right, everyone? Just send it in the comments. Whenever you have disobeyed a law, let it be in your household or in your school or in your workplace, you obviously all the time get punished, like all of us do. If we disobey a single law in our household, we get whipped by our parents. So we need to follow laws so we don't get punishes. So follow the laws, everyone. Do not get punished. Over to you, Ditira. What are your ideas?
Yeah, actually, that's pretty true. I mean, normally, most of the time, we follow laws because we are scared of getting penalties. But on a serious level, just imagine a scenario where there is no law and there are no laws. Like every law is gone, and any person could do anything. You could kill a person, you could rob stuff. I mean, of course, if you are a thief or if you are a serial killer, you could get an advantage by stealing stuff or maybe killing someone. But the thing is, your own safety isn't guaranteed. Someone could just come into your house and steal anything, and someone could maybe kill you. So, again, even if you are a robber, it's not good for you as well. So, the law is pretty necessary to have something, to have a sustainable country. So, yeah. So, what do you think about the law program?
So I think law program is really amazing. You can learn a lot about law program. I was really astonished when I hear all those things about law because I really didn't know about them, and I'm really interested to know about this far, and I think the law program is really amazing. What do you think, Channel?
Yes, I mean, very true. The very moment I heard of the law program, I was very, very interested because we as kids to know law would be a very huge accomplishment. Because with our speaking skills and with our knowledge of law, we can spread out a lot to our world. Trust me when I say this, my friends. When we learn law, we know what we need to do in our country and in our world to make this place a better place. So now, just thinking about the thought of us as young children to know about law amazes me very much. And these sessions are very, very fun. We learn stories, we laugh all the time, and at the end of the sessions, we even do an activity. Very fun, trust me. And for any viewers watching out there, I would really recommend you joining our Pufferfish team so we can embrace you with big arms and welcome you to our amazing way of learning speech. And well, very true. We learn about why law is important and why this is a serious matter to take. So we aren't just floating around in the clouds because we'll know about what's happening in our real world. Law is a big deal, my friends, and we need to know about this really well. So, Dithira, what do you think about our law program?
Well, it's actually a pretty unique thing. I mean, you don't really get to find a place where you learn law, especially since we don't really get to learn law in school. It's something we are lacking. And of course, Chanul really likes the law program. He's pretty excited, and every time he's speaking, he's even hitting his table and he's going all out. And we learn stories sometimes so we could understand some terms better and some concepts. And also at the end of the class, we have some small activities and games where we get to enjoy and, a small break from all the serious stuff. But again, law is pretty interesting, even the serious parts. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And now we'll be moving into a quick ICP intro trailer.
As a coach, when you work with children, you identify newer learning patterns on how they can be taught. You put effort on talent, it becomes a skill.
My ambition is to become an army officer. The ambition gives us the direction. I think by becoming an army officer, I can do a lot to save my country. When we have a clear ambition, we can find the proper guidance.
It is not easy to achieve anything in this world without effort.
However, we must keep on our own attention to select the right decision.
It is always best to set high goals to get there.
As we are children, this is a big confusion among us.
And each and every young learner's learning pattern is different. They work based on emotion.
Well, I would like to thank coaches because Sanitya has got a remarkable improvement after joining this program.
Never underestimate the mind. Don't run away. This is what the ICP-Junior program is all about. Kids at a special age, at a special avenue, at a special time, delivering special messages that is very, very necessary. Indeed, if we do not pay attention to what it is that they have to serve to the world around us, you might as well not have a great future. So if you do want to have a great future, we need to pay attention to the ones who are going to run it. And let's give a great round of applause for Ayumi Gunasekara, Channel Tamisha, and last not but least, Vikrami Silva. If you're interested in being part of the program, please make sure you drop in a text, an SMS, or a WhatsApp, or a Telegram, or anything to book a few session, and also talk to the junior ICPians about what it is exactly that they're learning, because it's best that you learn from them and you connect with them, and they will be able to tell you from the number on the ticker down below. That's it from me. My name is Shoaib Ali. It's about time to sign out, unless the junior fishers have got one final message to tell the world. Over to you, junior fishers, if there's anything to be said.
Yes, everyone. All I can say is law is much more important than you think. If you think that law is just a set of rules that we have to follow, then you are wrong, my friends. Law is a lot more complex than you think. And as children, it can be a very, very big difference for us from the world we are in. Because as children, all we can think about is fairies and unicorns and all of that. But in reality, we need to step out into the real world. No more unicorns, no more clouds. I'm telling you to step into the real world, to learn law. And trust me, and all the learners in the law batch program would love to teach you about this. So just keep on listening. And trust me, my friends, someday you will be excellent speakers and you'll know about law. And when we get released into our planet, we someday will make our previous generations proud. Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much, Channel Tamisha. That's a very powerful message. I do not know many parents who can even say such a powerful message. No offense to parenting, but yes, I'm sure we are all products of trying to be improved parenting. Because every parent is trying to try hard and deliver the level best. And I'm sure our learners also understand that. and our viewers also understand it. And I really believe that we, Lankan at heart, can really make a powerful difference by us understanding everything around us. Ayumi, do you have a message to deliver to us?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So just like Channel said, if you think law is not important, then you have misunderstood that, because law is something that we have to understand as a good citizen in a country. And if you think law is not important, I think you have to think about it more, because law is something that we have to learn, and it is something that we have to understand, and you have to follow the rules. And so just
Thank you very much, Ayumi Gunasekara. I'm guessing she just got glitched or stuck right over there, but don't worry, we are still continuing through. My dear viewers, please stick around and let's listen to a message from Dithira De Silva in the meantime. Dithira, what do you have to share?
So Ayumi and Channel pretty much covered everything. So let me just finish off with a quote. The life of the law has not been logic. It has been experience.
The life of law has not been logic, it has been experience. Is that what it is again?
Yes, sir.
Powerful, powerful, powerful. I want to leave this audience with some very, very important thoughts, as well as you, future leaders who are learning this, if you're learning it for the right objective. Knowledge is a weapon. A skill is a weapon. If knowledge and a skill combined is being placed into the hands of an individual who does not know how to utilize it right, they would even use the law and manipulate the law for their advantage. And I think we can all relate to this, because we, whether you like it or not, seldom as it is, and the truth is, there are many countries around the world that are more or less just like Banana Republic. The law is on script, but not followed. And in a land where the law is at jeopardy, it's a big loggerheads with whether it's being followed or not. And in a land where the law is not being followed 100%, and in a land where sometimes people who make errors, grave errors, can walk free, it is very scary. So it's up to the future generation to understand it better, to do better, and to make a change. And where do you start? The past is gone. Don't ponder too much about it. The future is yet to come. But right now, the present, it's a gift. Let's make the present the best of it. Thank you very much, everybody, joining us. Please make sure you give us a really good round of applause. And last but not least, please make sure you drop in the comments. What are your thoughts about this session? Did you like it or not? And do you want to be part of the program? In fact, I was just thinking about it. You do not even have to join the program. You can just watch our live sessions and you can just keep learning. So join us again next Tuesday. Same time, same channel with the same energy. Signing out, my name is Shoaib Ali. Goodbye. And guys, just say goodbye and you can be out.
Goodbye, people.
Goodbye, everyone watching around the world. And see you next week.
See you next week.
Hello, are you really good with ideas but need help with expressing and presenting it to your team? or an audience or a group of people, whatever you might call it. I have had these similar problems too. Sometimes we know what to say, how to say it, but the struggles to express it to an audience is tough to understand, and expression becomes almost impossible. I needed help. We need help. Practice, and most importantly, coaching. Now I am able to express myself. I am trying to master the skills of presentation, but perfection is a process and it's a journey. Anything to become a public speaker and to be confident is my game, and I like to do it. So do yourself a favor. Join me, click the link and sign up, and I shall be able to give you a free consultation on how we can go about